What if we tell you that there are not any doors that need to be opened? What if we tell you that there is only a path, a very, very wide pathway with many, more than what you would have time to use, many, many lines that you can use to go through that pathway? It is really that simple. There are no gates. You don't need a permit to go through things. But you have to decide that that's what you want to do, that that is who you are. And when that happens, you just bring two, let's say, concepts together. The concept of physicality, your physical life, and the concept of spirituality, your spiritual journey. And then what you do is you align these two things on your path. You align these two concepts within you. That is really all that it is. Much less complicated than perhaps what you have been told. But you have to make that decision. You have to activate within you that light that will show creation that you want to do it, that you are ready, that this is your time. And the moment that you activate that light in you, then creation will provide with the information that you need. It becomes the administrator, the ones that put in front of you what is your next lesson. But you go through those lessons in physicality by understanding your physical experiences. It is not a journey of disconnecting from physicality. Actually, it's the journey of living physicality with awareness. You will have information from various sources, and then those concepts, you will have to bring it to physicality. You will have to apply the lessons in your physical life. You will use the wisdom that Spirit is offering you to navigate physicality. And one more time, we will tell you this is a process. So you will receive a concept. You will connect with a book or a video or a teacher or a guru. Give the name and the form that you wish. But you will receive information. And then, if you notice, life will present an opportunity for you to use, for you to apply that wisdom in your life experience. Most of the time, it takes a few tries before you have awareness of that test, before you are ready, kind of automatically ready to incorporate that new understanding, that new behavior to deal with the situation that life presents you. Most of the time, it takes a few tries. You will go through something, and after you reacted to the situation, you will say, "Oh, I knew this. I shouldn't have this response. I knew better." And then life will give you another opportunity. And perhaps you skip that again until comes the time where life presents a situation, and that concept is already a part of you, and you will react in perfect alignment with that wisdom that now is within you. And at that moment, you will see that that concept has been already incorporated in you. That is progress on your spiritual journey. That is progress on your inner transformation. That is a step further on that path that is getting you closer to the absolute light. But you are going nowhere if everything that you read, all the instructions that you receive, you just keep it in your mind and you are not making it a part of who you are. If you don't apply the information that is being given to you to navigate life, then there is no progress. Because by going through life is that you transform yourself. Life presents you the challenges for you to use the information that you have and deal with the situation. And when you deal with that situation, the more alignment you bring to the wisdom that was shared to you, the faster you move, the readier you will be for the next lesson. So, there are no doors to open. There is no place where you must arrive. There is inner work, inner transformation that you can do as often as you feel. And that will make you move on that path faster or slower, depending on how much you incorporate in you the wisdom that is being shared. Now, when we said there is a path with many, many lines to walk the path, means that there is no one way, and you probably will be shifting lines as you walk that path, because your inner wiring is unique. your needs are unique. The concepts, the truths that apply for you at any specific moment in this lifetime are unique. But you don't have to worry about that because your spiritual team with your higher self understands perfectly what you need. And the information, the right information for you is always on that path. There is an order that you have to follow. There are things that must be done first. But you don't have to decide what that is. You just have to understand what life is showing you. Because there, where there is the struggle, where you find chaos, where you feel uncomfortable, where you experience friction, there is life asking you for transformation. And when you understand this, you open yourself to receive the wisdom that you need. If you have awareness of what's going on. Is physicality what brings the direction, the step by step of your inner transformation. If you want to understand what your spiritual journey is asking you to do right now, just make yourself present. Understand your reality today. And notice what feels most uncomfortable. Right there is the treasure. Right there you can find what your higher self is asking you to look deep into it. Right there is your opportunity for growth. And you might find more than one thing. That means you have options. You decide what you want to get into it first. And at that moment, you open yourself to receive the wisdom, to receive the teachers. At the beginning, when you are not calibrated to understand the messages and understand that we're saying you are not calibrated, the messages are always coming. But at the beginning, you might not have awareness of it. So at the beginning of that journey, probably the wisdom will come in a more physical way. Through a book, through a video, through classes, through a guide, a teacher, someone that can help you understand how to deal with the conflict. That is the beginning. But if you already are in this journey, you perhaps already noticed that the physical information starts diminishing and your inner voice starts to be louder and more clear. There is a period of transition. At some point where you are well calibrated to connect with the messages, Spirit is guiding you. Wisdom comes from the spiritual realms. That is what you call coincidences or synchronicity or aha moments. And you will find that you can actually live life by counting on that guidance. And at that moment, you move a lot faster. Now, this journey requires a continuous transformation of yourself. Sometimes after a big amount of energy is transformed, you will feel that life is giving you a break. But it is just for a while. Then you start noticing that it's time to keep moving and more situations are coming into your life. But you are in a continuous transformation that requires you letting go of aspects of yourself very often. And at the beginning of the journey, that process is painful. It takes a getting used to it. It needs practice. At the beginning, when you have to let go of something, it might feel terrifying. You could also notice that at the beginning, the things that you have to let go of will be more physical. Perhaps relationships, perhaps a job. But as you create the big changes and you remove what brings the most chaos in your life, then the changes, the things that you have to let go of are more subtle. They're aspects of yourself, chains, ways of perceiving, ways of being. And for that, you are required to go deeper and find the wounds within you and start dealing with the healing of it. At the beginning, it feels physical. And as you walk that transformation, it becomes more emotionally and mental, which sometimes is terrifying because you feel that you are letting die parts of you. But this, let's call it sacrifice in a way, is absolute necessary. You cannot incorporate new behaviors, new ways of perceiving, new ways of being without letting go of the ways that were contradicting the new energies coming. So you first have to create a space, letting go, release old patterns, old understandings in order to be open to receive the new. That is the spiritual journey. And that is what you are doing now. You won't feel a door stopping you. You will feel that life will be presenting you with situations that at the beginning you won't be able to resolve, but with practice, resolving that situation becomes easier. And if you keep going, that situation is sometimes not even presented for you anymore. Those are your clues to know what is happening in your life. Where are you at your journey? But we would suggest that you can leave behind the idea of sacrificing and having to jump into the unknown. It's more like baby steps. And you are in control of the speed to navigate this path. When you are ready for the next lesson, well, the wisdom and the tests and the support and the guidance will be waiting for you. And once you achieve that stage, then the next one will be ready, waiting for you. And you will notice the transformation of how information comes into your life. And you will notice the changes in how life presents the situations for you. And you will notice how your behavior changes and how different you are reacting to the challenges. So you will understand your speed. But you can only go through this journey through physicality, through your physical experiences, through the way that you choose to deal with the struggles, the friction in physicality. That's how you build the muscle in a way. By bringing everything that you know, everything that you understand into your physical experiences. By understanding what physicality is telling you. By honoring this opportunity to be in physical and taking everything as an opportunity for growth. The more spiritual you become, the more you appreciate physicality, the more physical you want to be. We really want you to get the idea that you are never walking alone, that you can learn to flow through life, that the resources, the guidance, the unconditional love and support is always pouring around you. That you can bring these two realities, make it one in you. And you will learn to give physicality a whole new meaning. That is bringing light. That is bringing God's light into physicality by you being the light in our physical realm. Think about it. It can be a joyful journey.